What's up guys, welcome to the Soups channel. My name is Matthew Ramos and today I'm going to be reviewing the first episode of Marvel's Spider-Man, The City That Never Sleeps DLC, The Heist. So The Heist picks up shortly after the end of the campaign and expands on the relationship between Peter and Felicia that was only touched upon briefly by side objectives in the main story. Peter's got a few things to work through with his past romantic relationship, and he's put squarely between his thief of an ex and Mary Jane, which causes some understandable friction. One of the best aspects of Spider-Man has always been his ability to work out his personal life problems while swinging through New York, and the story of this DLC carries this over from the main game. So let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay mechanics are still as amazing as they were in the main story. What's different is that the level of difficulty I felt was amped more in this DLC than it was in the main game, with larger groups of enemies with more firearms, and there's even a brand new type of enemy which is definitely the most challenging in the game. There are also parts of the story where you would team up with Black Cat and fight alongside her. This gameplay proved a lot moving forward into the Spider-Man games universe because Black Cat and Spidey both worked very well from a gameplay's perspective. So this is something we must keep in mind when Insomniac hopefully implements some Miles Spider-Man action in the sequel to the game. Miles also wasn't a part of the story, but was featured in some pieces of audio conversations with Spider-Man that heavily hinted towards his future in the Spider-Man games universe. I also felt that the city was heavily underused, as you only had around 4 to 5 districts to play with very limited side missions. There had also been a lot of criticism in the Spider-Man PS4 community regarding more Mary Jane gameplay. In this DLC, you play as her once more, and to be honest, I didn't mind it. However, that mission did not have any sort of importance to the plot whatsoever. Now, let's talk about the plot. The Heist plot definitely had its twists and turns in a very complex story that carries a lot of weight from Spidey's history. The story is flat out outstanding, however, it was so good that at the end of it, you felt you needed more of it because it was so short. This was the biggest issue of this DLC. However, the way this DLC ends leaves you on the edge of your seat as we sadly have to wait a month for its sequel, Turf Wars. This DLC was only $10, so I feel that Insomniac delivered more than enough content to satisfy this price point. Overall, I'm going to give The Heist a solid 9 out of 10 as it provides the player with more of the amazing content that made its campaign so legendary. However, this was a very short experience, which is understandable from a business perspective as this DLC was only $10. So there you guys have it, my Spider-Man DLC Heist review. Make sure to check out my walkthrough videos for The Heist, linked in the description. Thank you guys.